Good morning and welcome to VAS Golf. Okay, part 2 of the video regarding bunkers. Last time round I showed you how I teach people to play bunker shots, also how I play them. I didn't get into the technical aspect too much because I was just showing you basically more so alignments and stuff, where it should be in relation to your stance. This time round we'll get a bit more technical with it, so the actual technique of it, so it's a bit more in depth. Obviously the bit you should now move on to get the technique correct to improve your bunker play, get that more control out of the bunkers, and hopefully get it up and down from the bunkers eventually. Right, let's get cracking. Okay, so like I said, we're going to get a bit more technical with it today. Right, so same again, as I said before. Make sure mic's on. As I said before, we're getting it middle of the stance, which is a bit of a refresher, middle of the stance, back and through, yeah? So we'll just do a bit of that for the minute. So this has got a lot of sand here, a hell of a lot of sand. Okay, same again, middle of your stance, back, not bad shot that one, back and through. Right, straight into it, the technique, which is what I didn't show you last time, hence part 2. Right, when we take the club back, I'll show you on a few angles, but when we take the club back, if you can see from there, have a look at where the grip's pointing. So there's got to be a wrist break, or I do hinge. I taught 2 ladies yesterday in this exact bunker. A bit technical, but it'll get you that more consistent to get out the bunker. So like hinge your wrist, we need a wrist hinge, because if you take it back in one plane, you'll end up thinning the ball. Basically just hitting the face. You'll literally stand there and just thin it into the face of the bunker. This will give you a hinge. The back of the grip will face the sand. You can see that's facing the sand. Right, so it's down towards the sand and then down, and then as you go through you hinge again. So there's two hinges. You could keep it straight on the way through, but the chances of you thinning it increase. So it's hinge, through, hinge. Do that again. Hinge, through, hinge. So we're going again. Hinge, through, hinge. Now there's a lot of sand in this bunker. My own preference, I prefer less sand. I'll get more control. But let's go again. Better than having none, I can assure you. So hinge, through. I got stuck there. Right. So that was quite interesting. I got the club stuck. It's actually not worked out bad. It's about 4 foot. But the club got stuck in the sand. But because I kept going, the shots still come out fine. Because there's, like I said, there's a lot of sand here. So that's why it's really important that you keep going no matter what. You try not to stop. The only time you'll ever stop a bunker shot, and I'll do various shots on bunkers like with downhill lies and plug balls and stuff, is kind of on that, more so on the plug lie stuff when the ball's plugged, but we'll get to that in time. So again, back hinge, through hinge. There's a lot of sand. There's a lot of sand there. Okay, we keep going. Same again. So like I said, this is technical, but you guys can do it. I'm sure you can do it. So hinge, through, hinge. Not a bad shot. Right. So another thing is to judge how much sand's under here. Use your feet. Your feet can tell you. So I'm going to really do what I used to do more so, certainly younger, when I was younger. I'd do this a lot, bury my feet, and then that's telling me there's a lot of sand here. The reason I probably don't do it as much these days is because the courses I play generally haven't got that much sand in there, so I understand already what's there. Hinge through, that could go in. Oh, just a bit short. Right, so that told me what was under there. So it's worth doing. See how much sand we got here. Right, and again, we'll keep going. Hinge, club facing the ground, through, hinge. Okay, back. Not bad. So, going from the first video we did, see, maybe I've got it a little bit further forward than I was showing you guys, but right, we'll go here, because that's where you want to be, sort of here. So, if you were looking head on, because you're at a slight angle, you'll see it's kind of central. That 1.5 inches behind the ball, hinge through hinge. Do not stop. It's quite a good shot. I'll take that. Right. Short game. We've said it before. Short game's a game within a game. You can be having a terrible time off the tee. Second shot. If you can get up and down, round the greens, putt, chip. Chip's really important, but this is just as important. Your scores will tumble down because you can be having not the best day of hitting tee to green, but if your short game's on, you can save all your shots up and it'll be so vitally important to your score. Let's go again. Hinge through hinge. Hinge through hinge. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I'm hitting these and you guys aren't seeing where they're coming out, but they're not bad at all. And like I said, repeat myself again, but it's not that 25-yard bunker shot or 30-yard bunker shot I was playing last time. So I'll be a bit more aggressive with it this time. So I'm going to go hinge. And again, oh, it's just slightly left of the flag. But again, I caught a little bit heavy. So maybe caught a fractionally, maybe 2 inches behind it. But I kept going, hence the shot still come out fine. Right, so again, just as without the ball, hinge, club face in the sand, through hinge. Show you from this angle, hinge, through and hinge again. Right. So again, check your feet, bury your feet in a little bit. I'm just doing it a little bit here. Hinge through hinge. So it's kind of a pick up. You're picking it up. If you hinge your wrist, it will get into that position naturally. Hinge. Right, a little bit heavy and it come out a bit low. See it from this angle now. So hinge through hinge. So from here you can clearly see where I get it. There. Okay, so it's a pick up. Now if we're talking about lines, where do you take it? Because your feet are naturally open, you'll naturally kind of go a little bit outside the line. I used to play bunker shots, very much cutting across it, like really kind of like that. I mean, that wasn't a bad shot. Maybe I should go back to doing that. But that used to create a lot of side spin. And like I might have said on the first video, some of the guys, certainly the older guys now, kind of hitting it square. Paul Drake Harrington, a few of those guys hit it with a straight, almost like, I mean, that's straight for me, but that's slightly left. They hit it kind of like this. So it kind of runs straight, so there's no side spin on it. But I prefer, and certainly teach, with an open stance, because like that you get that little bit more elevation, bit more control. So you can see again, so my line on my path is following my feet. So if I draw a line in the sand, you can see that that line is going left of the flag because my feet are open, so it's following my feet. So hinge, oh, that had a chance. And again, so hinge, hinge, down through hinge. But again, like I said in the last video, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Right, so you've got some sort of idea. Through and through. I'll change the angle again. And if you can see, that's not too bad. I mean, obviously some I prefer a bit closer I'd take my time over it a bit more, but that's kind of pretty consistent. I mean, but using that technique, that's what I said, it'll only improve you. Okay, so it's vitally important, speaking of my breath, it's vitally important that this happens. As you go through and you hinge again, look at my foot, I'm getting on my right toe. So I've still got kind of a golf swing going on, even if it is a bit of a mini swing. If you don't do that, and you just do it with your arms, chances are you'll thin the ball again and it will just hit into the face. So you have to get the body through and then obviously hinge. So there's a little bit of a shoulder turn. So I'll show you that again. You're going through, you're hinging, but you're turning so your chest's facing the target still. Okay? Same again. Hinge through hinge, keeping your body going, yeah? Hinge through hinge. Little runny one, that's fine. So let's go for a bit of a cutty one, like I said I used to play. So it's got a lot of spin. I don't know if you probably, obviously whizzed past the camera, but it was checking up quite a bit. Hinge through hinge, that came out quite nice. It's got a lot of spin on it. Yeah, a bit long, but good bit of control on it. Keep going. So hinge through hinge. Lot of spin. So I've gone back to a little bit. It is a little bit of my old school one where I'd open up the stance just that little bit more. But I generally open up quite a bit. But I'm talking about the club coming across the ball. But just follow, for yourselves, just follow the line of your feet. Like so. A little bit left that one. Right, we'll do a few more. Just so you can see the angles. So you can see the angles from every angle, so we'll do that. Hinge through hinge. And keep going. Hinge through hinge. That's got a chance. Ooh. Same again. Hinge through hinge. Not bad. Okay, so I'll be a bit more aggressive with this one. So this is the ones that I would normally play, like we did a bit of this last week. So more forwards, more open, bit more aggressive. Right, let's change the angle again. Yeah, I know it's a busy old life we're leading, but it'd be nice for you to make a few comments on the videos and certainly like the videos. Subscribing would be even nicer of you. Let me try and get a base I can get a shot at. Okay. Right, I'm going to make myself... I'm going to try and hit one to a foot. Let's see how I get on. That's my challenge. Needs to go. So I've moved just slightly and there's a lot more sand here. Hence that shot didn't quite come out as I wanted it to. Right, that one spun like crazy. You probably saw that. So that was because I played it as I play it. So a lot more cut spin. And as you can see, it checked up quickly. Okay, same again. So I played a little bit of a runny one. Not bad, not the foot that I wanted though. I've only got 3 more balls. I'll take it, it's just outside what I said. Not bad. Again, I played a low spinny one. It didn't spin, so that was quite weird. Because I didn't actually have that bad a connection with it. Yeah, not bad. Keep going. So hinge through hinge. And keep your body going. Got a chance? Oh, well there's your foot. Right, we'll call it a day on that one. We set ourselves a target. I think that's a foot, isn't it? Probably a few inches. Yeah, take that. That was online. Okay, so that'll do us for today. Obviously, a lot more on the technical side of stuff. So we're going back, hinge, club pointing at the sand, through hinge again. And yes, I didn't touch on it, but the club's pointing at the sand again. Okay, so it's just a mirror of your backswing, basically. Obviously, it's following your feet. Go to 3 o'clock and then through to 9 o'clock. Really important we get your body to go through. Try and create a rhythm, but whatever you do, don't stop. Keep going, no matter how heavy the sand is. Try and get through the ball. Right, hopefully you've enjoyed these 2 videos on bunker play. Much more to come. Please like and subscribe. It does help the channel enormously. So please like and subscribe. Take these tips to your games. I'm sure it'll improve your bunker play. Until next time.